So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining today's talk about winning with Magnolia's content performance tools. My name is Jan Schulte. I'm a senior solution architect based in Basel, Switzerland, and with me today I have Edwin. May you just introduce yourself to our audience here?
Of course, Jan. I'm Edwin Guilbert, a senior solution architect based in Madrid.
And he's also the author of our very fine A/B testing module that we're going to see in a few minutes. Today, we are going to talk about our brand new analytics integration that was already teased by Jan a few hours ago. We have a brand new content tuner app. This is very cool. We're going to talk about A/B testing and about teaser personalization. This talk is going to be for all your techs out there and for all your marketeers and content authors. So we have a healthy mix between technology and concepts and business in this talk here. To make the presentation itself a little bit more appealing and interesting, we created a shop just for you with our brand new content performance tools, like the experiments, the page statistics, and the content tuner. And yes, we built a shop, and the shop is going to sell very interesting merchandise, like smart toys that you just need on your daily work in the office, and it's going to sell as well some Nerf blasters. Maybe you know some people here from Magnolia, so thank you for volunteering for those shots, and keep those teasers here in mind, because we're going to work a lot on teasers and variations of those teasers. Okay, we are going to structure this talk in 3 main stages. Obviously, the first stage is just the page launch, what to do before you go live with your page. The second one is the fine-tuning during production, what to do to come up with better results. And finally, the fine art of staying relevant with your content. So what to do to drive your audience again, back again to your site multiple times. So, you know, before you go live, you should perform some pre-flight checks, because if you don't, your project is probably going to end like this. And the good news is, with our brand new Magnolia content performance tools, it's super simple now to perform those pre-flight checks. Let's roll a video to see how that looks like. So let's open up the content tuner here. The content tuner is a tool that allows you to perform various checks on your web page. Those checks could be anything from making sure that you have the meta tags, the title, and so on. But it's also way more advanced, because we have some nice connectors to external web tools that can make sure that, for example, your page authority is better than a competing page. More about this later on. So what we're going to do now is we are going to select some pre-flight checks. So namely, we're just going to check for the title, meta words for keywords, and so on. We're going to select them, and we're going to perform our check right now. And we see, OK, here are 2 problems. One is probably the description and the missing meta tags. If we click on the report, we instantly see which page is really affected with the problems that were detected. And the cool thing is it's interconnected. I just click on the report, and I'm instantly sent to the place where the problem occurred, to the right page. So we see the title is here, but the metadata is missing. So yes, let's enter the right keywords and the right metadata to make sure that later on, when we are live, that we get the right scoring that we need on Google. And keep in mind here this benchmarking URLs, because currently we are working on a quite nice integration to benchmark your page against the competition. And we think this is really a great addition for running successful pages. OK, so let's save this up here. So again, here, just keep this in mind. We really think this is a cool feature. And now we're done with our first check, and now let's have another pre-flight check. So fire up our tuner again, and here we have our our check again. We select this page, and this time we are going to perform even another page. This time we are also going to check on the HTML validity itself. We know that having super strict, super clean HTML is not such important anymore like it was a few years ago, but still, if you have some problems in your markup, then you might have problems on Internet Explorer, and if those hiccups are too bad, they are definitely going to affect your Google PageRank. And therefore, we are going to perform this check right now. And here we see, OK, we had another problem on our next run with this brand new tool. And let's have a look at it. We see just the metadata and so on. That's not all fixed. It's not all fixed, but the HTML has a problem. And what is really nice here is we can just click on the HTML report and we just see, OK, in line number X, Y, Z are problems. These are the problems. So all you have to do is just get this report, go to your templating guys. They're going to fix this quite fast, especially with the new Magnolia Lite development. And you're all set to go live with your new page. Right now, we have integrations into Morse. We have integrations into the web SEO analytics, and we have integration for the HTML markup integration. OK, now finally, we have the launch day. We are ready to go live with our page. Here we are, and now the big question is, how is our site really doing out there? Therefore, we are going to fire up again our content tuner tool to see how our page is behaving against the competition. So here it is, another click on the content tuner. Let's select this page. And this time, we are not going to perform pre-flight checks. This time, we are going to perform checks that are meant for production. And again, those checks, they come from external services. If you have something, a different tool that you need for business cases, just integrate it like you always do with Magnolia, and you have a quite good connection to your business checks. And we just see here, OK, we have a problem. Our page authority, our page rank is definitely not good enough. So what we should do now is we should perform some tweaks to make sure that this page is going to perform better on the search engine. And how this is done, this is something that we're going to learn now from Edwin here.
Thank you, Jan. So now that we are live, OK, when you have your website live, you should start measuring the performance of all your web pages. OK, and you can do that with analytics metrics. OK, so we're going to use the Google Analytics visualization module for that, where you can have several chart views. You can also customize your metrics. These will be the same metrics you are already using in your Google Analytics dashboard. Okay, you can configure them here, and you can display them here in custom columns in the Pages app. So let's see how this works. Let's roll a video. Okay, we have the content tuning section. Here we are going to open the page statistics app. Okay, first it will show a chart for all your pages. Okay, but you can always select a specific page. So we're going to select the shop homepage. Okay, and we're going to specify a custom time frame for this page. So after we click on the update button, you will get an updated chart. Okay, you can have as many metrics as you want here. It's really easy to configure them, just the way you do it in Google Analytics. Okay, so we're going to see unique page views for another page. Okay, the Smart Toys page. And after clicking on update, we will get a different chart for this page. So apart from this app, you will also have a customization in the Pages app. And this is my favorite feature, okay, because you can have your favorite metrics displayed for all your pages created in Magnolia. So this way, you can have in the same place a really clear overview of how all your web pages are performing. So after you have a very clear overview of the performance of your web service, of your web pages, okay, you can start by fine-tuning the most strategic parts of your website, and you can do that by playing the art of A/B testing. Okay, so in A/B testing, you will have two different versions of the same page, and the idea is changing key elements and compare them in order to find out which one performs better. The goal here is to have better conversion rates in order to have more visitors turning into customers, which is a very important thing for a shopping website like the one we are using. For that, we have the A/B testing module. The A/B testing module will let you use page variants, okay, from personalization, so you can create variants for each test variation. It will also give you a content app for managing all the experiments, the analytics experiments created. You can start and stop them all there in the same place. It will use Google Analytics API. You can see a snippet here. Okay, an experiment has been created, and a JavaScript snippet needs to be included in all your test pages. So for that, you will have a marketing tag already created, automatically created for you, which is really useful. So to showcase A/B testing, we're going to use cart abandonment. Why cart abandonment? Because it's a really common issue for shopping websites. Let's have a view of how our checkout process is. Okay, it's 3 steps: the cart review page, the payment page, and finally the thank you page. So you can see here that in our first step, the cart review page, you are having 35% of cart abandonment. So we need to actually improve this. Okay, this is not good. So we are going to change the original cart review page, removing distracting elements, and also providing more information in the cart totals section, okay, by including shipping costs in order to prevent surprises when the client is actually buying products. So let's see how this is done. Here you have the page review page, the cart review page. So you need to add a variant for this page, and the idea is that we will modify this variant, okay, adding shipping costs to the cart totals, and also removing distracting elements, which will be the newsletter component, okay? So because the user could actually subscribe to this newsletter and abandon the cart. That's the idea, to prevent that. After you create the variation, okay, you are ready for managing A/B testing for this page, and this is as easy as clicking an action. Okay, you can use your already configured Google account there. Okay, you need to provide a test name, and the page has been already selected for you. You only need to select a variation of it. Okay, and you can also select. Okay, we're selecting the variation. You can also select the goal, which will be the checkout success. Okay. We're trying to improve our checkout process, and the experiment will be going for 90 days. After you click on Save, the experiment has been created on the Google platform. So a marketing tag has been created for us. We need to publish it before we start the experiment. So now we can start the experiment. After we start the experiment, this is going live. It's already running on Google platform. So we can go to our Google account dashboard. To the reporting tab, you can see the experiment has been created for us. And you can check the settings of the experiment. The goal has been set at 90 days, and the 2 variations of the test were automatically configured. So the idea here is that after you have your experiment running, okay, you can always go to your Google Analytics dashboard and check the statistics. to see how your variations are performing. So here you can see that the variant we created is outperforming the original by 98%, okay, having 14% of conversion rate. So after you improve all your strategic parts of your website, you can continue with engagement. So Jan, please help them with that.
Yep. So exactly. So the marketing automation. In a nutshell, the marketing automation is a big art to stay relevant. So it's really the question, how can I bring back the audience to my page again and again? And normally you do this by sending out personalized content on all channels that you have on your fingertips. Might be web, mobile, or email. And the real key factor if it comes to personalized content until now is definitely teaser personalization. For example, if you have the Amazon case in your mind, they're really the master of teasers. So if you want to create a similar experience with a site managed with Magnolia, then you should have definitely a teaser for that, a teaser app for this. And right now I'm going to show you how to manage teasers in content apps and then on also how to personalize them without creating different page variants. So now I'm going to roll a video to show you the teaser app, how it looks like, what it really does for you. Here it is, just a standard content app as you know it. So we just have here the two categories, Nerf blasters and smart toys. Now I'm going to open up here our bestseller. This time it's the opinion amplifier. It's our best-selling Nerf blaster. I can come up with a call to action with descriptions. I can make sure that the link to the right product page is set. Of course, this image can make sure that I have videos, external videos, whatever I need. Then here is a static teaser. I just see instantly on which page this component is used. And then here, there's this option to do personalization. And now, first of all, let's have a look on light teaser management, just with a content app without personalization. So here it is, opinion amplifier. If I click here on the option, then we see this is just like an image. I just selected this teaser from our teasers app. Quite simple. But now let's amp this up and make it personalized. So I'm going to delete the static teaser, and now I'm going to come with a personalized teaser. So I just select here the personalized teaser. And I'm going to select on which category I want to do personalization. So I just select here the smart toys. And this is a fallback teaser, just in case that I come in with a variant that is not covered yet with teasers. And here it is. We already see a different teaser. Big question is, how can I manage this? How can I really see how it looks like for the different audience that I have? And yeah, actually, that's really, really nice because I can just use here the standard personalization preview as you know it already from Magnolia. And here just a small check to show you that it's not fake. I'm just going to select here this extra trait, the visitors. You have seen them already in the component and the teasers app. And as I change here the behavior of the visitor, I just see how the teaser is automatically changed. Okay. And if you just look here at our new category, then we just see here from the personalization, this is just the same fields that we have for our traits, right, integrated into this app. And the real beauty in the solution is I don't have to do any special magic for this. There are just some light principles that can be applied to achieve a solution like this. And I'm going to spoil the secret to you in a minute. So the big question is, how do I build personalized teasers or personalized content? In fact, it was already possible for the last 2 years. Most of the people simply didn't know it. But what you should also keep in mind is with Magnolia 5.5, there's going to be even better support for personalization. But until now, for your running project or for the project that's going to launch in the next few days or weeks, this can be here very easily applied. So how to do it? In the end, what you need is, for your component, a model class, and this model class is going to run an SQL2 query. This SQL2 query is going to be executed against your teasers workspace, just to select the right teaser. More or less, that's the full secret. Let's dig a little bit deeper. This is a query, and it looks almost all the time the same. What I'm doing here is simply I'm going to select a teaser with the right tag smart toys and the score registered and the score logged in. And I instantly get from my query this data set for this teasers that we see back. Now I have a content map, and this content map can be just sent back to the template. Boom, that's it. Really simple. How do I get the different traits in my dialog? That's also quite simple. All you have to do here is to do an extends on your trait on the value field. That's really all. Just do an extends and you're in the game. That's all. Questions. Before we come to questions, there is one more thing, one more feature that was always requested quite often, and currently it is worked on, and I think it should be ready at least for a very good preview in like 2 weeks, and that is the translation support. So what you can do in the future is on every single data set that you have in your teasers app, for every single data set that you have in your pages app, this can be automatically sent to translations.com. They're going to automatically translate it. They're going to notify you when it's back, and it's going to be sent to your page. So if you have a big page with 10 languages, it's now way more easier than it was before.
Thank you.